the wall of Benin, and it was like the world's largest structure.
It's the Guinness Book of World Records, world's largest man-made structure by length.
And it was in Nigeria. It was the capital city, but they made interconnecting walls that stretched over 10,000 miles. It was 10,000 miles worth of walls that were like interconnected, and it was all man-made, but the British destroyed it in 1897 when they were colonizing it. But that's enough wall to circle the United States 3 times.
It says 4 times longer than the Great Wall of China.
How have I never heard of that?
That's what I'm saying. Even the people of Nigeria, like now, they don't even know about it. So like people are trying to like discover more about it to teach them of their ancient culture and stuff.
They started in 800 AD.
Okay, yeah,
and continued until 1460 AD.
Yeah, they said it took 150 million man-hours to build. 150 million man-hours.
Very little remains today. How is that possible?
Because the British destroyed it.
All of it.
Yeah.
Nigeria. Let's start here. Most people know of the Great Wall of China, but few know about this massive engineering wall that has been erased from history books. It's called the Great Wall of Benin. It's Afro-Consciousness over pseudo, and let's get started with today's video.
I have followed these ramparts for some 30 miles. In some places, the bank is 40 to 50 feet high, and the ditch 20 feet deep.
It wasn't actually a wall, it was a mount, a deep ditch for enemies to not climb.
The king's palace or court is a square and is as large as the town of Harlem and entirely surrounded by a special wall, like.
These weren't just walls, they were complex defense systems designed to protect the heart of the empire. Roofs were topped with bronze birds and snakes, symbols of the Opa's divine authority. Many of these buildings connected to each other. Here's a glimpse of how the walls would have looked. The walls wrap around the entire city to protect them.
When you are in the Great Street, you see many great streets on the sides thereof, which also go straight forth. The houses in this town stand in good order, one close and even with the other, as the houses in Holland stand.
These rare photos give us a glimpse of the inner and outer wall, while many have been reclaimed by the earth to destroy. These images capture the sheer scale of the city. It's hard to wrap your head around it, but the total length of the wall was estimated to be 10,000 miles, making it one of the largest man-made structures on the planet. The city layout was divided in districts with the Oba's palace at the center. It was a hub trade, art, and high levels governance. The streets had running water, lamps, and even a clean, organized environment.
At the gate where I entered on horseback, I saw a very high bulwark, very thick of earth, with a very deep, broad ditch, but it was dry and full of high trees. The gate is a reasonably good gate, made of wood in their manner, and is always shut, and there is always a watch kept there.
And these gates were strictly controlled, just non-gate. They weren't just simple doors, they were massive, often made of thick wood guarded 24/7, and they had these huge locks and keys, and the gates was always locked for enemies. If any enemy somehow crossed the water, they would face the living wall with thick layers of wall, thorny bush woven into the ramps. The city was surrounded by these mounds, deep dishes. So imagine if you fall 60 to 60 feet deep in these dishes with thorns, then you would be. NASA also documented these ancient ramps from space, proving that the Kingdom of Benin legacy. And this is not the Kingdom of Benin, you guys. This is not.
This city is about a league long from gate to gate. It has nitrogen monoxide wall, but is surrounded by a large moat, very wide and deep, which suffices for its defense. I was there 4 times. Its houses are made of mud walls covered with palm leaves.
So the palm oil, they rub this palm oil all over their houses and on their walls because it'd be heavy rain all the time. So it's like a water resistant, so their walls don't crumble and it can last longer. And when enemies try to climb up this wall, there's so much oil on the wall, they fall. into these thorny bush. Mind you, these walls are 66 feet deep.
At the time the construction of the earthworks began, Benin had no well-organized and heavily equipped army. Strategic thought was therefore focused on the best kind of fortification, which will make it difficult for sustainable siege by the enemy.
5,000 workers, 10 hours a day, 7 days a week for 9 months.
These earthworks cover about 6,500 square kilometers, 2,500 square miles of rainforest with a complicated network of enclosures. Their estimated length is in excess of 16,000 square km, 10,000 miles, and with an average ditch bottom to bank top height of nearly 3 meters, 9.8 feet.
This is the entire layout of the Benin City walls. These mounts super deep. They wasn't walls, but they were slopes. You have ancient people writing exactly how these walls would have looked, these palaces, the city. You have the bronze palace stamped on the walls. It's not like the ancient Egyptians, how they carved out their stuff, but they used these bronze plates. And when the British have seen this magnificent bronze bust and all these artifacts, they wanted it. They wanted to take it all for themselves. Benin was a very advanced civilization. Just look at all the work they have done. Every little detail. Do you know how much work it is to get a bronze palette, forge it, melt it, and design it? You have to get every little detail right. Look at the hair, look at the armor, the weapons. Every little detail on these statues takes time, it takes skill. And there was no Western influence on the Benin Kingdom. Then in 1897, the greedy British came to forge war against the Benin people. They took all the artifacts, everything. They stripped us of our identity and stole everything and put it in their museum. By the way, it's called the British Museum, and it's nothing dealing with British history in there.